turn around, I'm hearing your friends and family took advantage of you. You know what? I'm not going to take advantage of you. I'm going to hold your hand, rebuild your life, and show the world that you, all right, made a difference in your life. You can change your life if you choose to. Check out my daily webinar. I'm here to help every American person get to the American dream. RaiseCredit.com. Let's have some fun today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm always having fun. You see, chasing money is fun. You know, the old days when I was at West Coast College and driving my Lamborghini, all I had to lean was against the car and someone would say, "Hey, how you doing? What's your name?" I got probably 10 out of 10 dates out of that. But the reality is when I was walking by myself, probably about 8 out of 10. It's a numbers game. It's like business. Did you know I bought my first Lamborghini when I was 14 and a half? What the hell did you do? What's your problem? Still you. See, your problem is going to be you every step of the way. You got to be able to kick some ass. But are you willing to do it? I got to today, or it's just fun. We've been playing with money, and I won't say manipulating it, but then leveraging the crap out of it. It's always fun when someone gets surprised. That 100,000 became what? Now they get some cash. Oh wow! All right, let's get some fun here. Now let's understand. I'm Ray Reynolds, the Godfather of Credit. What a silly name they gave me on KenX Radio. Been on that for decades. Guess what? This is live. So let's have some fun, which we get to play with you and see if I can get you to turn these up just once in a while. Ultimate goal, no pictures, no recording. See, the whole problem you got with you is your mindset. You've been trying so hard to do it wrong, you get your assets kicked. You get knocked down, you got to get up again and again. Hey, don't worry, your friends and family, some of them ripped you off. Didn't that suck? And then you spent thousands of crap that didn't work? What's wrong with you? Still you. No matter what we say, no matter what we do, you gotta have fun. You can always rhyme all the time. But they said I was retarded as a kid. Damn. I was retarded because I could rhyme. I write with both hands and talk at the same time, and I have total recall and an IQ of 203. Was I retarded or are they just being stupid? All right. Hello, Denise. How you doing today? So let's have some fun. Now, that's just me in 1981. Highest kick, fastest kick on planet Earth. You see, it can't be done. White man can't. Stop the crap. Hell, I remember kicking the basketball hoop when I was 14. Not the net, the hoop, going ding. And the registered newspaper came out and took a picture. White boys can jump. No shit, Sherlock. You see, the reality is the goal is a mindset. If I could touch it, I could kick it. That's how I looked at it. I can do splits every which way I can. Why not? But see, you got a choice today. I like goodies. You like goodies? I'm talking about Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and $1 million mansions. You see, until you got $1 million in the bank, you can't afford diddly squat. Even back then, $1 million is not enough. So I did that at 14 and a half. 2.6 billion in 26, 3.7 billion in, all right, 15 years ago. Wow, let's play. See, the problem's still going to be you. Every time I turn around, someone's putting me down. Everybody's talking. You know what? You can't do this. You can't stop. Every time you hear the word no, that's called someone stupid. No doesn't mean no. It means they're stupid. That's all of that. They didn't know how, so they had to tell you no. There are times you signed a contract and you weren't comfortable. You did it anyway. What's wrong with you? I don't get it. Now let's write this down. It's just very simple. See it, believe it, go get it. I'd like to clone me into you and get you rid of all that crap. Yeah, throw it away. Just rebuild you my way because your way sucks. Oh, did I say that out loud? So let's break it down as a mindset. Okay? Everything I do understands goals, rules, and tools. Realize one thing. Every goal you have has 38 steps to it. Every goal. It's simple. Write down what you want. You want the car, you want the house, 38 steps. See, you got to master your steps, rules, and tools. Mindset for me is very simple. Okay. If I could touch it, I could kick it. Let's see. I think anybody 5'7", 5, whatever, can jump up and touch the basketball hoop little loops, right? Whee! Simple. That's 29 feet. The hoop's 10 feet. So if I could touch it, I could kick it because you know why? I can do the splits every which way. If I reach my hand up here, so can my foot. Simple. I hit my head that night. Damn, that hurt. Ay, 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 ay. Got a big gouge to this day. I can feel the little bump. Blood everywhere. Blah, blah. It must have been Halloween. But you know what? It's on my way down. My ass is hooks a locker. Ooh, the hair's still up. That means I'm on the way down. Ouch. So if I could touch it, I could kick it. See, your problem is you got to get past that mindset because everybody tells you what you get to do. It's a bunch of BS. If you had the guts to see it, believe it, go get it, you'd get the hell out of your own damn way. Your problem is still going to be you. You start getting the money, they get the honey. Take your tablet this way, please. What are we going to do? We're going to stand Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank. We're going to stand cities, grocery stores. See, they got a corporation that owns corporations. That's why they call it a branch number. Branch number equals separate tax ID. Write it down. Branch number equals separate tax ID. Oh, you're a man, you're a woman. Good. What about your kids? Don't they have their own credit files too? See, that's the same thing you understand. We, the people, the United States of America Incorporated. So we're going to play and understand how we work today. Bankruptcy. Did you know the only thing to file bankruptcy is SS5, SSN, and SS4? It means you, a corporation or a division. You've been setting yourself up to fall and get your assets kicked since day one. When you listen to your friends and family to get that inquiry, that the cosigner. Let's do all this side over this side. Let's have some fun. Here's a corporation. It's a legal person. And it can have 3 divisions of you. You could have 3 chances to try. Instead, you brought the pain home and went wah wah all the way home. Sorry, it's true. So the B of A, the Wells Fargo, the U.S. Bank, Chase, they bankrupt locations. They take all the assets, write it off on their taxes, and keep the money. And you keep bringing the pain home to you because you don't know how to play the game of business and win. Well, I wrote that book 49 years ago. See, you can play with me if you can keep up. I doubt you can, but we'll see what happens today. How about Walmart or Sam's Club? How about Geico? How about cities? Cities. It's a corporation, a city. It belongs to the state. State belongs to the federal government. They leverage the crap in front of you. Then if they have a problem, they bankrupt the shit out of a city. Chapter 9. Your problem is you. Sorry. See, we're going to have some fun. See, the bottom line is like, stop bringing the pain home. I'm going to give you problem and solution, okay? Your problem is you have shitty credit, half of you. The other problem is you got a corporation, you don't know diddly squat. I know, you act like you do. Yeah, good luck with that. Problem you got is talk about money. See, it takes money to get honey. The honey's the building, the car, the airplane, the helicopter. That's the honey. But again, you got to learn to be a CFO, Chief Financial Officer. The mindset, $1 million. That's minimum. Come on. Could you imagine? All right, $100,000 times 10 is $1 million. Okay, let's see. Here's 10 of them. How many would you like? See, your problem is still you. You never looked behind that damn curtain, did you? What did you do? You didn't look behind the curtain. You listened to everybody else going, tickety talk. See, the reality is you listen to silly, stupid people sometimes. It's like when I watch TikTok, the guys and the girls with their caps backwards, like they're experts. Do they have any idea what $1 million to $1 billion is? They act like they know all the stuff, but maybe they're good at social media. All I hear is blah, blah, blah. I like rules and tools. Let's play my way for a while. Humor yourself, humor me. See it, believe it, go get it. Hell yes. See, do you have the fight left in you? You're 45 to 75 years old. Okay, you haven't just begun, but it's up to you to start going to run, run, run. Repackage you like Humpty Dumpty. I think what you do, you bring the pain home, and I call that silly and dumb. Sorry, but it's true. So what are we going to do? My ass is as high as a 6-foot locker. Assets. Ow! You know what? How about we do this? Let's reach your highest goal ever. Would that be okay? We get to that $100 million building, the Lamborghini, and the $1 million yachts and the race boats in the backyard. Why not? That's what I had. Simple. Let's play. See, your problem is everything you do is you. Could be in you. Fire yourself. I mean, could you imagine anybody dumb enough to jack up their credit, bring the pain home, and get their assets kicked when all they had to have is a division and roll the dice and give it a try? As long as they're trying, they're not dying. If they're not trying, they might as well be dead. Did you know a division is the only thing you're willing to sacrifice? You don't even know it yet, but you will. Do you want to be a millionaire? Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you? The answer is no. Hell no. I don't want to be a millionaire. Hell no. I just like to control billions of dollars because it's fun. I like to be in the puppet master. So if you sue me, you get diddly squat and kiss my assets too. That's how it works in today's world. Now, do you want to be a millionaire corporation? Hell yeah. Let's play my way for a while. Now, don't complain about your age, 40 to 70 years old, blah, blah, blah. Look who started McDonald's at 52. All right, how about KFC, 65? How about Richard finally won an argument with his wife? He should have never done that anyway. She wanted to poison him the next day. See, a man has to learn to bite his tongue and shut up. That's what a man's good for. Bite your tongue, live longer. So let's talk about money. I like money. Do you like money? Now, here's the problem. I'd like you to take $1,000 in your hand right now. I want you to throw it out the friggin' window. I want you to shred the crap and rip it in pieces. Well, that's what you did today. You pissed away $1,000 today and don't even know you did it. Shame on you. You brought the pain home. It's ridiculous. Why? 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 I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I taught a client how to create 100,000 off credit cards. All right, what do? We took that 100,000, we referenced 3 times 5. Okay. See, the problem you got is still with you learning to play the game to win. Are you ready to be a CFO yet? You ready to man up, woman up, and understand how to play the game? Your way sucks, my way works. It's true. So let's do this. Let's talk about that CFO, a chief financial officer. Now, I know you're going to watch TikTok, Google, and YouTube, and they want to be rich. Those ding-dongs saying they're rich, Grant and Cody and all that crap, they got to shut up. Why? Because they're not rich. Their corporations are rich. All right? They shouldn't talk about being rich. That makes you a duck and a sheep. Let's do this. I want to get you 100,000 of personal credit. It might be a couple of these. The venture is 50 grand. Would you like to? How much would you like? But here's the problem with you. No one taught you rules and tools how to play, and I know how to do it because I'm the one who invented it anyway when I'm trading Ken Yarborough, TOW, and Asperium. And I got that rhyming thing all the time. I try to stop it, but I can't do it anyway. But I'm going to keep trying. Did you know when you jacked up the wrong damn card, you dropped your score, you got stuck, you couldn't get any more? You backed yourself in the corner with you and your family, being silly and stupid too? I don't understand stupid. Do you understand stupid yet? You jacked up the wrong freaking card. What the hell's wrong with you? All right, let's understand. All cards fluctuate. You need a sticky. Can you write it down? If we basically dummy proof this and put a sticky in the back of every damn card, we write down, let's say it's $10,000. And you go, oh, we got 10,000. I'm going to go spend the money. You act like you're freaking rich with a $10,000 shitty card. And that's called stupid. You could only use 29% of that damn card. That's $2,900. The moment you use more than $2,900, plop, your score goes down. You can't get any more. You backed yourself in a corner. I thought you were grown up. When are you going to grow up and knock off the crap? This is stupid. All right, we have to what? 29% on every card. All right, but 2. These don't fluctuate. See, here's the problem. The basic information that somebody knows a secret, once they tell it, it's easy to do it. It's like you learned your life by doing your life, got your assets kicked anyway. These don't fluctuate at all. They're unlimited. I'm limited to $1 million friggin' dollars. And then they have a paid overtime limit as well. You jacked up their own damn card. That's a 750 for the rest of your life. So why don't you play my way, because your way sucks. Then what we're going to do? We're going to get a real corporation. We got to get one. You're going to call the call center. One of my call centers, you're going to say, I don't have a corporation. I got an LLC. Sounds stupid. I mean, I don't know how many, I'm sorry, but I hear 10 people a day. It's like, we have to laugh. It makes them sound stupid. An LLC is a corporation. And you shouldn't have started that in the first place. Because now you got the BOI. It's going to kick your ass anyway. Let's get you $250,000 of credit. How about that? How about $250,000 of credit per entity? Let's get 3 divisions and incorporate. Wouldn't that be $1 million? See, getting the $1 million is easy, but it's the hardest thing you ever do, because you got to listen and learn how to play the game my way, because your way sucks. 9 divisions. So if I get a credit card for the corporation, I'm allowed to daisy chain it to every division. How many would you like? See, a person is me, a flesh like you, and then your children and your grandkids too. But then you got to realize a corporation is a legal person. Damn. Every corporation is entitled to Experian, Transit, and Equifax. The reason I know that, I'm the one who set up the dashboard for TRW and Experian. I did it. No, I did it. Ray Reynolds, the guy for the credit. I did it. So guess what? You want a credit file? Let me know. So no more excuses. And then what do we get to do? Auto income. Auto income for me is very simple. I didn't get a mommy and a daddy. I got to live in hell as a kid, used and abused. Nobody gave a shit about me. I get out of hell. So that's what I got to do, get out of hell. So I knew one thing: if I make the money, I can get out of hell. So I had 22,000 payphones when I was 17 and a half. I got 19 houses. And they kept saying, how'd you do that? What'd you do wrong? I'm a guilty person because I got 19 houses and they're all a bunch of dummies. And I want to get number 20. They say no. What are you going to do? I transfer my properties to my divisions. Can you imagine? These idiots didn't know how to do this. That's why I had to do coaching for Carlton Sheets, Dave Delgado, and all those BSs. Who do you think are the coaches behind those ding-dongs and their stupid books? Me. I think their books were crap, in my opinion. But again, what do? How about we protect our ass at the house, the family? Isn't it the first thing we should do? So we protect the family. But again, that's just a goal. All right, let's do this. You want to partner up with me, but you know, got to realize only 8 out of you, 8 out of 10 will. The other 2, I'll just say go away. See, when I take $100,000 off of a damn card, these are 150s, or we get these, or we get these, or we go and get way over here 10 million. Let's go play. Your problem is you keep spending money. That's called stupid. You need to leverage the hell out of the money, borrow against it, and spend the borrowed money. It creates debt. I've been teaching rich and famous people for 40 plus years, having fun, turning money into more money. I like money. You see, I don't love money, but I like it because I need it to pay the bills, and I need to feed my family. That's just the way it works. We got to feed our family. So the reality is, when I got my first billion at 21, hell, why not? He did it. I knew it. 2.6 billion, 26. Hell, why not? See, the reality is how to play the game to win. Okay. So if we create a list today, a list, we're going to check it twice. We know you've been naughty and not nice. Oh, what are we going to do? The goal list. Every goal takes 38 steps. How many steps? How many steps? How many steps? 38. The daily list, the weekly list, and the project list. See, the problem is you don't know how to create a goal list. Your goal list sucks. I'm going to create your list. I'm going to check it twice. I'm going to tell you what to do every step of the way. I don't want you to think. The more you think, the more you screw it up. Sorry. We're going to do it my way. It's how I created 33 million millionaire clients and 30 billionaires. So let's play. I'm going to make the list for you because your list sucks. All right. Now, here we go. If I want to go to B of A, Wells Fargo, Chase, I need a 2-year corporation to be able to get to 150. If not, I got to wait till the next year. If you don't have one, let us know. You got them in stock. Simple. I always do extra corps and divisions. The divisions, I call it pulling off the tree because they're already aged just for you. And for me, we get to play. All right, now a phone call with me. I love the fact that my wife kind of gives me a bad time sometimes. We got Mattel gives me 25,000 a day, Disney, Toll Brothers, and all these big companies. I'm 25,000 a day and 3,000 an hour. Okay, I was the number one consultant basically 14, 15 years ago. Let's play. Now she calls this my hobby. So if you want a 15-minute, 20-minute phone call, we'll do it for $3.99 today. Now you got to Zell, because the office they sell for $500. Now let's blueprint you. Let's think. Today we got Mr. and Mrs. Smith here. Mr. and Mrs. Smith already have their friends and family kind of ripped them off. They've got a corporation, fell down the rabbit hole too, and they kept screwing it up, bringing the pain home. What are we going to do now? Let's blueprint them. What are we going to do? Past, present, and future. Good, bad, ugly. All right, we got to. Did you get a bankruptcy or tax lien? Do you keep your credit separate or joint, which is stupid? All right, did you screw up American Express or Chase? See, these are questions I need to be able to blueprint you. The family, you got a family? I got 6 kids and 13 grandkids finally. You see, I didn't really want to get married because I was afraid to bring the pain home. So I had to design myself to be a father, what I wanted for me because I didn't get one. So I guess I'm a good father because they love me to death. But again, we get to play. So the family, I got to protect them every way. Corporation and divisions too, because that's what your biggest problem for you. You keep running the business. That's called stupid. I'm sorry. You run a corporation, they get sued, they sue you. I mean, you're highly intelligent. You look on Secretary of State's website, your corp's there, your name's there, you're on the officer's list, and you're on the damn bank account. 5 questions, and I got you in the deposition. I'm going to kick your assets. I'm going to sue the corp and you because you think it protects you. It does not. All these idiots trying to teach you it protects you, it does not. That's not its design. It never was that way. Supreme Court said a corporation's a legal person because you get to receive money of the SS4 and not pay tax till you're profitable anyway. All right. Division is the only thing you're willing to throw away. Write it down. The only thing we'll screw up in the future is a division, not me or the corp. Write it down. Now, we're going to have to plan to live. We're going to have to plan to die. That's right. You need to build a legacy. Here's your problem. Your parents didn't leave you a legacy. Maybe namesake, but they didn't leave you millions and billions, did they? They worked their tail off for what? How many years? Their parents and parents didn't leave a legacy for you like the Gettys and the Kennedys do. Why didn't they? All right, we're going to plan to die. The car you drive today, it's registered to you. Good luck. Ah! See, you get in a bumpity bump at Sam's Club, they're going to sue you because you're the registered owner. You're going to go through the rabbit hole, and they're going to tear your life apart. These bloodsucker attorneys on TV. The house, the car, a division, house, escrow, closed homestead. No. That trust buys the house from now on. Nobody knows it's yours. We're going to design auto income. Then we're going to do a cash flow and free up your time. In my original series of books 40 years ago, I know that other ding dong tried to take it too, but he filed bankruptcy before. But I won't tell you about his bad things too. So what do we get to do? We're going to play. How about you and I get on that phone with your partner of life for an hour at least, or a Zoom call? But again, the office sells my 1-hour blueprint for $19.99. But if you want to partner with me, it's very simple. Tonight you get it for $9.99. You do it through me, so then I don't have to make a commission or a paycheck. Haven't had one of those in 30 years. Take a picture. Click, click, click. I love the fact that basically the banks got together and they were saying kumbaya. And on July 6, 2022, they bought Zelle. Transfer now. I love Zelle. Ray or raisecredit.com and RW when you Zelle. Simple. Now, what I offer tonight, you get to call the office and the call centers. They get to play with you too, if you want to. Now, let's focus on this. What do you see? Let's read it. Let's think. Now, Mrs. Hope, who I got to be with as a little kid, used and abused the shit out of me. Didn't give a shit about me. But you know what? She read a book and I memorized the book. I could read it to her without looking at the book. She freaked her out. She thought I was possessed. I have total recall. Hell, why not? I just thought she was stupid. She's not very nice. Let's understand. Let's circle it. Let's circle it. Corporation's a legal what person? Legal what person? See, your problem is you keep doing things as you. You got to fire yourself, okay? Because you hurt. Ow, 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 ow. Corporations don't have any feelings. Divisions as well. So if we learn that corporations a legal person, I was lucky while I was being used and abused. I listened to a poker game, and I heard it at 7.5. I wrote my boss to go down to the Torrance Police Department. Library next door, man, what does this mean? She was mean too. She walked away. I said, what does this mean? 5 minutes later, here's a microphone, here's a book. I read the book. I looked for a blueprint. Now let me watch this. I've circled may sue or be sued. Here's your biggest problem with you. You think a corporation protects you and it does not. It was never designed that way. Never designed that way. It was designed to receive money and pay tax when it's profitable. See, you got to go back to history and understand how to play. Now let's look at 17900A3 in front of you. That's where I got the idea of division process. I had something bothering me at 7.5 years old. Now, when I was 9.5, 2 years later, going to the library almost every day, I sent away $10. You got $10? You got $30? See, what happens is I started helping industries. I sent $10 away. All right, and went into the mail, a little money order, came back, and you know what I got in the mail? Freaked us all out. We got all of these. We got $100,000 of credit in the friggin' mail. Every grown-up in corporation got it in the mail without applying for credit. Then I got named in the movie Dave. Then I screwed up when I was 12.5 years old too. What did I do? I started basically the Orange County Blind Center for my little friend on the TV commercial. And what happened, I used the word Braille. The Braille Institution sued me. It wasn't very nice. I had to go to court. I had to learn the trade name, trademark, and copyright. I had to understand that too. The goal was to never bring the pain home. All right, the lie. You think your corporation's going to protect you. Good for you. And your CPA attorney, let's get them on the phone. Let's kick the crap out of them. They're going to lie to you. They're going to lie to you all the time. You spend thousands for a corporation that's free. Your corporation service, or what did you do in accounting? What? CPA? A corporation is going to get sued, period. All right, it's going to happen. It's not the point of it if, it's going to be when. You're dealing with employees, you're dealing with suppliers and creditors. It's all, oh shit. When you sign that car and you sign for that building and you sign a credit card, you pierced your veil. Congratulations. See, when I wrote a book called File Segregation with Ken Yarbrough in 1987, I didn't like it when it was done. Ken Yarbrough was CID, bodyguard for President Nixon, and he became security chief at TRW in this period. And I didn't like the book we wrote because he wanted to lie. I don't want to lie. I want to file it, publish, and get a tax ID. He says, Ray, your divisions take you 90 days. Mine's instant. Well, liars are always instant. This is what I said. So let's understand something today. Your problem is you. You are your biggest problem, and it's just very simple. If you can set up an entity under a corporation, no franchise tax fee, and get a tax ID legitimately, why not? See, your problem is you'd have 3 divisions of you. All right, let's do this. Let's take the Ray Reynolds challenge. In 90 days, if you do what I tell you to do, you'll have a 750 score. If not, I'll hand you a friggin' Lamborghini keys and you get $1 million car. That one right in front of you. You want it? You want it? You want it? Let's see if you got the guts. Do what I tell you to do. In 90 days, you'll have a 750 score. Then we can go get some more. Simple. But if you don't, that's your own damn fault. Blame yourself. So it's like the coaching programs are fun. Okay. But that means your file's on my desk if I'm doing your coaching. I got junior and senior coaches in me. Or who do you want? I'm a little more expensive. But if I'm going to look at your case file every 5 days, we're going to do it my way because your way sucks. What are we going to do? What's the goal? See, if I ask you what your goal is, you're going to tell me most of the things you're going to do is repeat what I told you. That's what you do all the time. So, auto income. Write down auto income. So let's see. If we could focus. Do we want to enhance the income or replace it? Enhance it or replace it. It's simple. 5,000, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 a month. How much income do you want? That's the design you have to get around your head. You've got to focus about monthly income. I always looked at $1 million a year then a month, then a week, then a day. And that's what I accomplished. Again, that's how you reach the goal. You keep chasing it till you reach it, then you go more, more, more. All right. You can help me, help you, and help other people if you want to. The referral program. How about the affiliate program? We can spread the word to change the world. All right, let's do this. I would like you to be serious to look in the mirror. I, I want you to look at yourself. Let's understand something. Here's a mirror. See you? You're right there. There you are. That's what I did. A little kid. No one's here to help me. No mommy, no daddy. Just a lot of bullshit. I want out of hell. I looked in the mirror and said, I got to do it myself. And it got to the point it was God, me. See, your problem is you today. What time do you get out of bed? Okay. You didn't change anything in your routine. You did the same thing today you did yesterday, the day before that. You haven't done anything different at all. Let's do this. What I told and I taught Ricky Dicky Ross, free Ricky Dicky Ross, how to get cars at auctions and how to do residuals, income, and make some money coming in. He kept trying to buy them and sell them. No, 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 no. You buy, you sell, you get half the money down, and you carry the balance. They don't pay, you take it away, and you build receivables. See, your goal is to understand income, auto income. How about cars, boats, houses, apartment complex, duplex? How about the probate list? The divorce list. People don't like each other anymore, but they're keeping the house nice and clean because they want to sell it, get the money, and go get a new honey. That's what they want. Okay. Bankruptcy list. Do you know the dumbest thing I watch people do is file bankruptcy? And they don't seal their damn record. I don't understand, stupid. You see, bankruptcy is the Federal Protection Act. What did it say? Protection Act? Which means under the Privacy Act, you can protect and seal it so nobody knows you did it. Peekaboo! But there's a bunch of stupid people in this world today. If we get a corporation in divisions, and what do we play? Let's see. I want a credit card for that division. I want these cards. I want these. I want more. See, that's the fun thing. See, your problem is you jacked up you. You were the greatest CFO you could have ever been until you screwed it up. And you keep doing it again and again. How about we take 36 months and we get at least to 10 million, okay? Can we get to 10 million? Can you do it my way for a while? But again, I want you to not think, just do. The more you think, the more you screw it up. Well, that kind of sucks. Let's look. I'd like to change all your names to Mary. You should all be a Mary today. Why? It's very simple. Okay? Mary, not that little lamb. Mary's problem is this. Mary's a nice lady. She marries her third grade sweetheart. They're both Ivy League educated, okay? Making $250,000 a year. She's a VP of Apple at the time, doing really good. She wants to have a restaurant because grandma taught her how to cook. Oh, goody. She gives $10,000 to the attorney, look at the lease and then negotiate the deal. All right. And then from there, she gives $5,000 to the CPA. Well, sounds good, but it's the wrong thing to do. She took her 800 score, 801, and she spent 98,000 on personal credit when you're on pop to a 600 score. That was her first mistake. Then she called the CPA and attorney. What did I do? The response is, beep, 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 beep. They have no hell what they're doing. They have no idea what about personal business credit. They specialize in a piece. Now, Mary's restaurant failed. It filed a bankruptcy. That attorney, being an idiot, in my opinion, he told her to guarantee the lease and sign 3 more options for 10 years. Oh, shit. That means when the restaurant filed bankruptcy, forced her to bankruptcy, she lost her house and her husband divorced her 3 weeks later. Isn't that kind of bad? You see, the reality is Mary didn't do anything wrong. She had a good faith and wanted to do what she wanted to do, but she didn't know about the price to pay by signing that damn lease as her, like you. Kind of dumb, huh? We could sign a lease as a division. We could stop bringing the pain home. Wouldn't that be fun? All right, now here's Mrs. Walker. Mrs. Walker, what do we do? I meet her a year and a half ago, online, everything else, no problem. She's going to go file bankruptcy. She's going to do debt consolidation. I said, let me play with this case. For 8 months, I worked my tail off. We got basically back on track to a 700 score. I got her American Express Platinum card, and she went to Paris on that on a business trip too. And then she says, you know, Ray, I hired all these people and spent over $100,000. They almost bankrupt me. I even hired Tony Baloney. He did motivate me for a day or two. What a waste of freaking money. But that's her story, too. All right. Now, if you ever talk to me on the phone, it's going to be always one answer. Always ask how you doing, everything else. That's great. You're gonna ask me, you're gonna reverse it because it's a setup. I ask how you're gonna ask me. Isn't that fun? Always good. You see, I learned a mindset as a kid. No one gave a shit about me. I was a piece of shit in the corner. That's how they told me, and that's how I felt. And it sucks. So if I could always say always good, they leave me alone. What do I tell? I get my mindset to around me for one reason. Always good. I'm not gonna let someone steal my peace. No way in hell. Then I gotta say thank you, Jesus. Because we have the devil and we have Jesus. All right, this year's 2025. It's the year to run. It's not to look back, and it's going to be we write down and set up our goals. We're going to make it this time. Come on, you've tried 50 times. You've knocked yourself down 50 times. Let's do this. I'll accomplish my goals this year. It's a mindset. Don't stop till you do. We're going to look at boring and steady. That's right. I like boring and steady. Always have. I watching other people now. I was the king of satellite. I was, largest company in the world, set up the donut stores, all kinds of fun stuff, but I didn't run the businesses. I had the largest installation company in the world. I didn't do the damn work. I hired people to do it for me. I don't run a damn company. It ties up my time. So today, you're going to have someone drive you around your city to a busy street. Now, when you look around on the busy street, you're going to see these things. The next thing is you're going to pull down that visor in the car, and you're going to look yourself in the mirror and go, why the hell did I own these things? Come on. You have all wasted $1,000 today. You might as well just throw it in the damn street because you didn't get off your assets. You just wasted it away. And all of you spent thousands of crap didn't work. And you basically what? Got screwed up? 50, 100,000 bucks? I could put 75,000 on a damn Wendy's restaurant. And I have one of those under a division, a storage unit, a gas station. I can do a DSRC loan for an apartment complex as long as it's got positive cash flow. See, there's no excuse for you besides you are in your own damn way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. You're holding yourself back. It's ridiculous. But that's up to you. All right. We set up last year Ray Reynolds Financial Group, LLP, because I got clients who want to partner with me like I always did in 1987 more. See, 30% of the clients want to get their hands dirty and get through the escrow. Okay, 70%, Ray, I don't want to do anything. You do it for me too. But you got to learn. I force them to learn, but I get to tell them what to do. Isn't that fun? I love being the puppet master. But again, what do? Auto income experts. Well, since I created auto income, might as well be an expert. All right, should I wear my cap backward and act like an idiot too? Oh, that's on TikTok. I'm sorry. So here we go. That's just one of the race boats. It's got 3 engines in it. Ooh, I like that. So you could partner up with me if you want to. But then what we're going to do, what I want, we're going to own it, not own it. We're not going to run it because that'd be no fun. Can you imagine running a damn business being tied down? You can't move and do what you want. No, thank you. So let's own it, but let's not run it. Auto income. So if you want, one of my systems will actually do this. That whole subsidiary is doing all this for people. And that's the goal. Get a bunch of goodies. Don't we want goodies and auto income? So if you get into coaching 6 months to a year, don't be surprised if we find a location for you. Would you like to do the work? Would you like to do with it, or would you partner up? Make your decision. I think all you want is an income to free up your time, right? All right. Let's take a picture of this right here. Come on. I wrote a book on every one of these things. This is what I've done for over 40 plus years. I don't want to run a business. I want every division to take the chance to roll the dice, and if it screws up, I want to bankrupt the hell out of it and get it away from it. I have no intent to do fraud. Divisions are entities under a corporation, and we're going to do what, 100,000 a month each division. But again, it's up to you. We can do all the work if you want to. All right, so here's some people who have been through the program this last year. John got 26,000 a month. Okay, that's not bad. He's working on more. Then you got Robert, got 35,000 a month. He's working on more too. All right, Dave here, a guy, it took him 8 months. He worked his tail off. He didn't listen 100% because none of you do. None of you listen 100%. You don't like being told what to do, and then you want to fight it sometimes, and I have to get mad and yell at my client too. Isn't that terrible? I yell at my own clients. But I push him and I push him. In 8 months, he got to 96,000. Is that good? But again, Katie, she's a go-getter. You don't get in her way, she'll knock you down, 224 a month. But again, what do? Peter, he does his marketing stuff over almost 500,000 a month. Okay, I like that. So let's do this. Let's think. If today we had a corporation, the first thing to do is go get an American Express card, platinum, 75 to 100,000 paid over time. It's unlimited anyway. Let's get both of them. So what do we do next? Okay, what if we took that one card and we got one for every division? By the way, it's called daisy chaining of credit. I invented that too. So what do? We daisy chain the credit. Every division is a legal person under a corporate umbrella. It has its own credit file, Experian, Treasury, and Equifax. I set up the dashboard in 87, pretty simple to do for you. And now each division is going to have a piece of what? Credit, up to $1 million. And then we decide which division has this. Which one do you like? You want them all? You want more than one? Sim. See, your entity is what you're going to roll the dice with. If you screw it up, you get to disconnect, isolate, incorporate, bankrupt the bad piece like the banks and grocery stores and cities do, keep the other good pieces. Your problem is you allowed yourself to be the only piece. Doesn't that suck? Doesn't that hurt? Ow. How about 100,000 to $1 million a month? Would that be okay? We get financial freedom? Take a picture. Come on, take a picture, because I want that to be you 12 months from now or less, okay? That's what I want it to be. But again, it's up to you if you can follow through. So you're 45, 70 years old. All right, you have just begun. Maybe you played it safe, or you never took the chance to get your assets kicked 50 times. Probably that one, huh? Kind of sucks. What if we turn around and realize the biggest mistake? Your biggest mistake is your lack of commitment. That's right, you got to fight through the pain. You got so close and you gave up and played it safe and had the same read run. You are the biggest problem. You gave up on you. Doesn't that suck? So let's do this. Why don't we roll the dice as a division? So if it screws up, we can walk away and take care of our family too. See, the problem is you didn't realize that every bank and grocery store in front of you in city, they play this way. And your problem is you got to learn to play so you don't bring the pain home anymore. Let's understand. Okay. We took 2 clients this week. And one client, we basically billed them 100,000 of credit, cash credit. Do you have a calculator? Do you have one of those? You sure? Go get one. Or use your cell phone. So we got $100,000. All right, we took it off 3 cards. We put that in the bank. Okay, and now here's the thing: that $100,000 is less than about $810 a month. Let's say $1,000. $1,000. Let's round that sucker off for 100 grand. All right, so we get $100,000. What are we going to do with 100,000? Your problem is you're going to spend it, and you're going to piss it away and screw it up again and again. That's what you tend to do. Why don't we realize the average person wastes $50 every other day, $700 a month? They piss it away. Let's just flat out realize you waste money all the time. But that's up to you. If we took the money we waste, we can reference 3 times 5 and go get some more money. Did you know 100,000 looks like 3? It's 300,000 on paper. It's 300,000 on paper. And they give up to 5 times as much. Well, that's only $1.5 million. If we spend the borrowed money, we can go get the honey. And then what do we get to do? If it screws up, walk away. See, you keep letting you be the duck and the sheep. This one, they wanted 3 million. They're a little too much, but that's okay. So they want 10% down. Okay, we got down to 5%. So what do we do after we get all this? Now we have a current loan. See, here's your problem. You thought the loan will be under you or the corporation, and that's not true. See, if the corporation gets the loan and they sue the corp, they sue you because you're on the Secretary of State's website and you're going through the rabbit hole. If the apartment complex is a division and you guarantee is a division, you can throw the sucker away if you screw it up. You don't hurt the corp or your family. No intent to do fraud. Okay, so we play my way for a while. Now you got $13,452 and think you're rich. I'm gonna buy a Lamborghini. Hell no. Lamborghini is gonna cost you $10,000 a month. All right, you gotta understand, you gotta write it off too. So $13,452, that's not enough. What do? You're not done yet. Raise way, my way. Raise rules and tools. We're gonna split deed every unit. We're gonna become the bank and do assignment of mortgage. Write down assignment of mortgage. This makes it $76,800 a month. Is that even better? See, now I also reverse the liability. The tenant can slip, fall, and sue you and screw you up. To be the bank, you get to sue them if they don't pay, and you get to take it away, and you turn it into notes anyway. So let's understand. How about Freddie Mac? HUD, 203K, Section 8. How about we look at DSRC loans? You could have the shittiest credit in the world. All right. Well, you're rebuilding it. Here's a corp, here's a division. You find a fourplex or duplex apartment complex. As long as you have positive cash flow in seller finance, you can finance and put up to 10% down. Now you got an auto income. This is not hard work when you know how to play. Your problem is learning how to play starting today, becoming the bank. I like being the bank. That's what I always wanted to be, the bank. So I'll understand. Now, here's my problem in the late 80s and 90s. All right, I got 21 cars at one time. All right, it's like, where did I park the last one? How many Lamborghinis you want? And here's my problem. All right, they kept saying loan to value problem. Every time I had to pay tax, I bought a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or another building. Debt all says taxes. Hell, why not? What are you going to do? Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini? I bought a couple of them. Want more? That's only $500 million of goodies. Is that okay? I like goodies. All right, so God's gift. Here's my biggest problem. All right, living in the harbor, having houses on all 5 islands. I ended up getting 3 yachts, 2 race boats, a Duffy, and a bunch of Sea-Doos. But I needed it in my backyard. Oh, what's it go? Where did I park it last? Damn, that's a mistake. So I had to get the largest U-Dock. Then I got to put the Ray Reynolds University and all the yachts and the goodies, even the Duffy. See, the Duffy was great because why? It's going to take my beautiful wife to Captain Jack's every Saturday and Sunday for steak and lobster. See, it takes you money to get honey. Buy the big building in the house too. Got to make a wife happy. Happy wife, happy life. So the $100 million building, the $1 million Lamborghini, and then I want more Lamborghinis because I don't want to pay tax. Helicopters, build buildings too. So let's understand. White men do jump. Stupid people say we don't. And then I kicked out the lights that night. The Guinness Book of Records guy pissed me off. He walks in this aluminum building at the YMCA in El Toro. Walks in, where's the wires? It's not possible. I wanted to spin kick him, but I didn't do that. I jumped up and kicked at the damn lights. Oh, isn't that fun? It's only 13 feet. He ran out like a little girl. Came back an hour later. This is an aluminum building. There could not be wires. No blank, Sherlock. So let's understand. If you're going to accomplish your goal, have that mindset just to do it. There's no excuses. Just do it. And now let's understand. Now I found out my grandfather, Richard Bishop, won the Olympics in 1932. Coach Bishop, Roosevelt High. All right, I think he looks like Al Capone. He didn't give a shit about me either as a kid. He didn't even know I existed till later on, but he didn't care anyway. The word no doesn't mean no. It means I don't know how. I thought the grown-ups were stupid when I was a little kid. I grew up and realized they were stupid. See, it's like the Ray Reynolds University here. Okay, I wanted to have the American dream. I want to teach everybody what I know. Simple. That's all we did. But again, it's like the Millionaires Founders get my next series of books. 12 books, full blueprint for A to Z for Millionaire Corporation. The office sells this for $1,000 now. I sold it at the Bonaventure for $5,000 a set. You can get it live with me for $4.99 if it was done tonight during the webinar. From there, here's the real estate system that I now understand. Everybody bitching and complaining they don't pay the tenant doesn't pay sometimes. I invented Homestead Blocker, UCC when Chatham Mortgage. They pay or the insurance company gives me $65,000 even when I lose. See, when I lose, I still win. The financial series, buckets of money tax balancing. Office is $19.99 through me. It's half price, $9.99 to you. So let's understand specialty classes. How many people have done what I've done for 49 years? Nobody. How many people know what I know? Nobody. Okay, I'll challenge anybody on stage in front of the whole friggin' world, personal business credit. Bring it on, I'll kick their assets. These ding-dongs on that board in TikTok, you got to get an LLC. This is called stupid. LLC my butt. You don't even know what they're talking about. So if we have their specialties on Friday and Saturday and all 6 days a week, what do you got to do? Just come talk to me. It's simple. See, this weekend, we did nonprofit last week. This weekend is tax balancing. Can you imagine using debt to offset taxes? Now, the grants, did you know right now that our federal government's giving away $10 billion? And you have portals in state and federal governments all the place? You can go get some money for the honey. So profit and nonprofit working in conjunction. Nonprofit, you have to go to iris.gov. You got to get a 501c3 exemption, and it gives you a 1023 form. Got it? If you pay someone, they're going to charge you $15,000. Go to my workshop. I'll teach you how to do it for free. Would that be okay? It's every 8 weeks. All right. So if you know a nonprofit corp, I'd pick one for last year. It's got credit reports. It's got credit history ready to go. And what are we going to do? Officer's tax ID. Then we're going to add 3 divisions and put it in any state you want. Change the name if you want to. Simple. From there, what happens? Nonprofit workshop. Now, Santos, my floor manager, sells now last year corps for $5,000. So for another $9.99, you get all the goodies and 3 divisions too. But it's a Zell. But it's up to you. Stop treading water, playing it safe. See, what happens with most of you, you play it safe. Are you treading water? Why don't we get the 5 things we need right now? You ready to write them down? We need a 750. I'll get you there. I'll guarantee that if you do what you're told. Corporation divisions, at least 9 divisions. Cash credit up to 100 to 1 million. From there, it's a write-off into your way. Checkbook money for 150. And from here, we're going to supply and vendor credit. Write it down. That's a must-have. That's the foundation to get all the goodies. But again, it's like a corporation. If you don't have one, I'll give you one. You pay your filing fee, but then you can stop bringing the pain home, put your ducks in a row, and we'll repackage it my way because your way sucks. Is that okay? I tell you the truth. So let's understand. Here's Glenn. Glenn's a nice guy. When I met him, he was sleeping in his car. That Pinto car he slept in for 3 years. So what happened? My wife left me. I lost my job. Knock it off. Man up. 3 years in that damn Pinto. Are you freaking kidding me? Workshops, brand new corp, $1 million company, house, car, put him in the info commercial. Freeway Ricky Dicky Ross, 3 million in credit. Thomas, we got him basically dump truck business in 6 months, $5 million company. Michael, God rest his soul. We have Arnold. We have presidents I've done too. We got Kevin Costner. Oh, we got Giovanni for Pixar. College professor, Biola University. Don't forget about Superman Steve for Gold's Gym. Crooked Bingo SSO, and I got her $1 million too. See, I'm also known as the incorporator for rich and famous people too. Lakers, Clippers, Dodgers, and Angels. See, here's your problem. Break it down because I'm going to show you opportunity to take 100,000 and turn it into $1.5 million. Is that okay? You sit at the kitchen table. You said, honey, your friends and family, we're going to start a business, honey. We're going to jack up the carts. We're going to drop the score, get stuck. Hell, we can't get it anymore. We're going to hawk the house, bring the pain home to you and me and being stupid too. Well, that's what you did. And see, that's called dumb. You're not dumb. You're highly intelligent. Why'd you do stupid? You did stupid. Why? See, all cards fluctuate, but 2. Hell, I have designed the system in the first place. If these fluctuate and these don't, keep these at 29%. Don't jack them up. Don't get stuck. Can't get any more. Put these in front. What do we get to do up to $1 million? See, common sense. I'm going to sell that in a bottle one day for $1 million. So if we do this correctly, everybody can maintain a 750 score, and that 1%ers will be 99 percenters. And that's the way it should be. So raise rules and tools. That's what we're going to focus on. Raise rules and tools. Now, I want you to go to irs.gov. Please write this down. If you want to connect the dots and do it right, irs.gov. Now, if you don't file your tax returns, just go to prison like Wesley Snipes did. Cost him $18 million, and here's his career now. Wesley who? See, the reality is basically you listen to his idiot attorneys and CPAs in Beverly Hills, California. So let's do this. You ready to write down? You can't take a picture because I said no. I want you to write these things down. irs.gov. You're going to download a form called SS4. Write it down. Don't you take a picture. I said no. Put it back. SS4. How about a 1244 form? Turn an LLC or C Corp to an S Corp. How about the 1023? Nonprofit. How about a 45 with 6 T or C? How about 456 in case you got to get back on track with the IRS? How about a UCC1 that owns all the assets of a corporate divisions? How about irrevocable trust? This is how you connect the dots. Because you're not going to use a CPN because that's only stupid people to do that because that's against the law. It's called fraud. So let's plan the problem. Let's take a corporation's a legal what's right in front of you, legal person, and let's create a division process. See, a corporation's allowed 4 things and raise rules. I like to call this raise law, but I can't. So we're going to basically do what? Raise rules, 4 of them. Corporation buffers tax, no tax to do to you profitable. All corporate credit's a damn write-off an interest rate and credit card. Free money. Cars fleet price. Hotel free buffet. That's all your corporate gets to do. That's it. That's it. Then their divisions are your line of defense. In case you have no shit day or month or year. What do? They're cheap. Multiple functions. To buy at wholesale price, I can get multiple credit reports under a corporation and get into what? $100,000 to $10 million? Hell, why not? We can finance the American dream. You don't have to hurt the family anymore. Real estate, line of defense, separate liability. So I want you, hopefully you wrote it down. You're going to create a line of defense because you will have an oh shit day, week, month, or year. We all do. Put up with it. But again, a line of defense. See, debt follows SS4 and SSN. Who wants to be the duck? You or the corporation or divisions? All right. So let's see. If I'm going to go get a building, going to go get a car, get a credit card, someone has to guarantee it. So understand, personal credit is you. Corporation is corp, and you guaranteeing it. You got to guarantee it. Corporation, how about a division? And we guarantee it's a division. Would that be okay? See, a division is a legal person. So this allows us to basically get 2 entities per item we get. And that would be the goal, 2. So if we did this correctly, all right, we don't have to be a bunch of ducks and sheep anymore. So if we did this right, 100,000 to the corp times 9 divisions would it be how much? $1 million. I asked you if you got your calculator ready. So that could be $1 million. That's only one card. What if we got all 10 cards that I like? That means each entity will have $1 million of credit. Times 10 is how much now? See, there's your $10 million company in 36 months. You thought I was kidding, didn't you? But again, what happens? All right. So guess what you get to do? You get to play my way for a while. All right. And you never bring the pain home. So let's understand Danny's problem. Danny partners with me since 1988. He's a good guy, but he got lazy one time. We bought an apartment complex. There's 64 units. How many divisions we need? 66. 1 to receive it, 1 to guarantee it, and 1 for every tenant. See, the tenant is going to sign a different lease. 64 leases. They're going to sign different name. Every lease is a different name. Every unit is a management company. Let's break it down. If they were townhouses, would they not have a bank financing every one of these units? Same thing. It's like the deed of trust. We can do assignment of mortgage. Isn't that fun? But Danny screwed up. He didn't do them all in time. He thought he had plenty of time before someone slipped and fell and broke their toe out of a bathtub. But again, it cost him $20,000. He had to pay the price, not me. So what do? If we're going to think about a laundromat, dry cleaner, a car wash, okay? That's kind of business, do-it-yourself stuff, managed by a third party, no problem. We're going to think about how many divisions do I need? If I want a storage unit, how many do I need? Apartment complex, how many do I need? Because I want to break down my liability line. I have to break it down. So if I got 9, I need 18, 18, I need 36, 36, I need 72. It's a numbers game. But again, you have to be set up to do this. But it's up to you. All right. In my original series of books, all right, about 37 years ago, I designed this for me. This gave me a corporation with 3 divisions, 2 and 1 more. What I got to do is build $16 million of credit. Each entity got $1 million of credit. I daisy chained from the parent company to each division, and then I asked for separate billing. That was fun. The $1 million maker, let's understand what that means. If today we have a corporation divisions, who's the duck or sheep? The division, not the corp, not you. So let's understand how to play my way. Now, I've been teaching and preaching for 49 years. I don't know where you've been. Okay, that's your own damn fault, by the way. You should have played with me a long time ago. Let's go get the 4 American Express cards. Now, understand, why do we want them personally? They don't fluctuate. What do? We don't jack it up again. You don't jack up the wrong damn card. Corporate credit doesn't show up on credit file, personal credit file. So when I get you a $100,000 American Express card, unlimited, up to $1 million, and paid over time $100,000, all I need you to do is listen and play with me. Now, let's understand, my dashboard allows me to get an American Express here. All right, this is the platinum card. Maybe I want one for personal business simultaneously. Maybe I want to turn around from here. I want to get one for the division, or I want it for the employee. How many would you like? Did you know American Express, I think, is stupid? They give 99 cards away. 99. That's $100 million. If you know how to play my way, how about the gold card? Now, every application for 17 years now, I got him 17 years ago to put division process on every corporate application. It's right there, right there. Every one of them have it. Let's play. Let's learn to rotate the application. They offer 90. This is dumb. I mean, some crazy person's going to get $100 million of credit and rip them off. No, 99 more. Would you like the personal loan? How about we get the blueprint loan? All right, 250. Now, here's my problem with my clients today. Okay, we call her B because that's her name short. She texts me because I have my email address and they have my cell phone. The private coaching people, a lot of them do. And they said, I got invited to the blueprint loan. Yeah, I triggered it. Leave it alone. What do I tell her? Leave it alone. Okay. All right. I don't want them to screw it up. See, if we do the blueprint loan my way, I have bank accounts that show millions and billions of dollars having fun with money. So what do? We partner up. We get the 250. Now let's think about leveraging money. Write down reference 3 times 5. Reference 3 times 5. Write it down. Here's the thing you got to think about. I had a client, and I played this game back in the 90s. It was fun. Then I had another one in 2004. Then I had another one in basically was it 2008. They all won a lottery ticket. This one got $1 million. $1 million. You know what his CPA told him to do? He said, pay, keep 375, give the rest to the IRS so you don't get in trouble. He says, Ray, what would you do? I don't have to pay till next year. What the hell am I going to do? I'm going to reference 3 on a piece of paper. It looks like $3 million. And I'm going to get 5 times, which is 15 million. Then I'm going to pay the tax early and probably go buy a Wendy's or a McDonald's. He says, okay, let's do it your way. His CPA was furious. He gets on the phone and says, he's going to screw it up. I said, the tax isn't due till next year. If this guy gets 375, he's going to piss that away. Let's give him an opportunity to roll the dice, please. So what happens? Okay. We take the $1 million, we put it in the bank account. We put it in a CD. We reference it and get a line of credit off the $1 million. So what do we have? 1 million looks like how much on a piece of paper? We go after an application for a line of credit. I can write down legitimately, I got $1 million in the bank. I got $1 million in the CD, and I have a line of credit receivable of $1 million. So legitimately the same bank. See, banks borrow from feds times 10. Your problem is you didn't learn how to play the game to win. Reference 3. What did they do? The new application gave them what? $15 million of credit. He bought a McDonald's, paid the tax, did what I told him to do. Now I think he owns 8 McDonald's by now. So why don't we find out that Chase and Wells Fargo and other banks have a 31-day CD? Come on. I mean, Katie just did this and she emailed here tonight and she's having fun. I showed her how to get $100,000 off of a line of credit, 3 cards. She put that in the bank. And I basically said, go ahead and put it in Chase. Chase has a 31-day CD, so does Wells Fargo. And I want to reference 3 times 5. By the way, on an application, look at 300,000. Time she was done, they gave her $1.5 million. Is that okay? If we grow the business off the $1.5 million, we create debt, offsets the taxes, and we have the money to run out of money because 100,000 is not enough. Okay, we got to play it safe. Manageable debt offsets taxes. 100,000 of personal auto income and $1 million of cash credit. Okay, what are we doing? We're going to leverage money. Leverage what? Money. I like money. Get you honey. Why don't we take the corporate credit, which is borrow money, and buy the lifetime income, which means you should be buying real estate or franchise. Does that make more sense? So we use borrow money to buy it so we can afford to buy it because you're never going to have the money anyway, unless you do it my way because you're not winning the lottery and getting a raise. Big enough for that, right? So let's play again as a division process. See, when I set up the system, when I was training Yarborough, 87, I set up the way to get a tax ID and set up a credit report, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Back then it was Tier W, became Equifax in the 90s. Tier W became Experian in 96. So they just copied what I did. Okay. So why don't we get a tax ID and let's build some cash credit too. And eventually fire yourself because you're allowed to. All right. So do you want to be a millionaire yet? The answer is no. Would you like to be a corporate millionaire? Wouldn't the answer be yes now? How do we roll the dice as a division? You got 10 properties. What are you going to do? That's 10 divisions. If you don't separate liability, someone's going to fall and sue you and screw you up. But then each location is allowed a what? Credit file too. That's $10 million of credit. And the financial series become the bank tax balancing in buckets of money. I like buckets of money, don't you? See, that's the problem. Your mindset needs to understand. You already screwed up 50 times. You had your friends and family knock you down. It hasn't worked so far the way you wanted to get to million to billion. Why don't we try my way for at least 3 to 6 months, please? All right, in a year, you'll be right there where you need to be. But again, you got to follow through. So it's like tonight. I wanted to basically, for this month, have some fun giving anywhere from 10 to 50% discount on a webinar with me. Why not? I don't get a paycheck or get a commission. So what are we going to do? Always good. Thank you, Jesus. Let's think about the divisions. If you give me a name of a person, a company name, or what do you want it to be, all right, anything you want, like wholesale name, whatever, I can put in the system and start a credit file in seconds. Experian, Chandra, and Equifax. All I need is put 2,000 of history. I don't need to do a bunch of inquiries like you did. That's no fun. So now I don't need a tax ID yet till after I days you change the credit to the division process. Once I want a tax ID to separate billing, then I'm going to ask for tax ID. So what happens tonight is very simple. If you need 3 divisions, you need 9, all right, you need 12, with or without credit, there you go. Okay, there it is right now. Now, if you do it tonight, and this is before 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, it's very simple. I'm going to double those numbers for you. But if it's not tonight, the answer is no for tomorrow, because it sells people on basically a commission and a base. I can't totally give it away. So that 3 would be 6, 9 would be 18, and 12 would be 24 if it was done tonight. It is a Zelle only, or if you want to call the office, use a card, ask them if they'll waive that 5% fee for you. But again, you'd have to call now. From there, what do? We take a corporation, we get a division called 100. 100 decides to do 101 A, B, and C. Under the corporate umbrella, we do it again and again and again. What are we trying to do? We're building credit files, entities, locations, and we're going to separate these pieces and not have the same liability to you and the corporation. That's what the division does. My problem I had is basically late 80s and part of the 90s. I had $53 million of credit cards. Kind of crazy. They're shrinking my limits. It panicked me. I said, what the no? I took all the time to build it up and away. So what happened? I turned around my divisions. I took 41 divisions. I loaned at 10,000 a piece. Took me 18 months, and I took 4.6 million and turned it $190,000 a month. Auto income. See, this is how I created cash flow for you per time, by the way. Okay, it was in my original series, Winning the Game of Business. So what happened? The assets behind that were $1 billion. So that's what I did. You can want to do the same thing if you get the book called Buckets of Money. My next one was basically 16,661,000 a month. The next one after that was 32 million. I just having fun because you get to do that every step of the way. Loan out some money, private lending. This is pathetic. I mean, come on. I lost my job. I was in a coma and died and they stole my 3.7 billion. Quit being a whiny baby. Go to the church for the food for the kids. Have a garage sale. Drive an Uber, Lyft, have a garage sale, or a DoorDash, something. This is pathetic. This is ridiculous. Man needs to man up. Let's understand something, okay? I died in a damn coma. I came back. I had a choice. Was I pissed off? Hell yes. He stole my 3.7 billion. But what did I do? I took my 3 divisions of me, my 5 closet divisions, because I always use the number 8 because I was born on the 8th, and every race car, boat, race boat, and yacht has a number 8 on a motorcycle because that was my favorite number. You know what I did? I built $1 million of credit in 6 damn weeks. I bought my wife her next dream house. Grant, when he says you shouldn't buy a house, he's an idiot. And I tell him that to his face. If you you buy a house for your wife, she makes it a home, let me tell you, she's the biggest thing you could give a woman no matter what you do. Okay? All right? Bottom line is take care of the wife. because she'll take care of you. Simple. Grants ding dong. So guess what? Buckets of money? Yeah. Now here's the problem. Your problem is you're going to get sued by driving to Sam's Club. That's right. You're going to have someone do a bumpity bump, and then they're going to sue you and take everything you got. I don't want to be part of that. So you have to take your driver's license, insurance, registration. All right, because I'm going to ask you to do this, and you're going to use a P.O. box or mailing address. Because when you get in a bumpity bump, you keep giving your home address. That's called stupid. You're not stupid. And the police officer too. No, 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 no. Privacy Act. You don't have to disclose where you live. It's called making you the money making machine. If you want a blueprint, that's what you're going to do with an hour with me, your partner of life. We're going to play my way for a while. So what happens tonight? It's like you. You're not a client. Some of you are not. Let's get you a 750. Let's get you a big boy or big girl card for $10,000. Let's do a wrap or rescore. Let's dispute all your shitty credit for 9 months for free. It's $14.98. If it was done today and you go to workshops Friday or Saturday, it's $9.99. You get a little discount on that too. Okay. You don't have a corp, I'll hand you one. If you do, I'll build the one you got. What are we going to do? We're going to give you $25,000 of credit. We're going to charge you $24.99, give you 10 times your money back. 10 times. Better than being in Vegas. Analyze you. I'm going to do that personally. All right, add history, pop credit right away. If that was done tonight, it's $19.99. But that's up to you too. Simple. But again, you got to learn to play my way for a while. So that's a Zell. Or you call the office right away, 800-254-9506. Ask them if they'll waive that 5% fee, and a couple things they might do that too. All right. So if we turn around today, supply and vendor credit. Why? Because we're going to use OPM, which I started in 74. Other people's money through the divisions and process. Dun & Bradstreet. Okay. Now, let's take a picture here if your credit's all maxed out. You're not winning the lottery. You're not getting a raise. Why don't we take supply credit like I did after coma and basically turn it into 51,000 of safety credit? I took supply and I turned it into cash and balance my debt. Can't you? Let's sell on Amazon and eBay. All right. Every one of you need 100,000 of personal credit. 29% utilization. These cards don't fluctuate. $71,000 of safety case you have an you know what year, and a corporation. I'm going to rebuild you my way. I'm going to get you that green spark card up to 100,000 and the two sisters for 30. That's 160 times 9. You got your calculator, right? Is that $1 million yet? How about B of A 4 cards times 9? Wells Fargo times 5, 4 times 5, 9. How about Inc? They got 5. I'd like to get 4 of them. Or how about the gold? See, this can be up to what? $5 million. Now we go over to the bank. The bank's going to say bridge the gap. This is B of A. As long as you have a 2-year corporate divisions, what are they going to do? Up to 150. I like that. It makes sense. Let's get some checkbook money. We can balance our debt and go get the American dream. You got nothing to lose and everything to gain. Divisions allow you to use a projection of $1 million anyway. We get to play my way for a while. So tonight, if you want, all right, very simple. We're going to play and we're going to give you $100,000 of credit. 100,000. Okay. The office is going to charge you 10%. That's okay. From there, they will discount to $79.99. They don't know this. Shh, don't tell anybody. If you did it tonight, I'm going to give you a 50% discount. $4,999 for 100,000. If it was done now by Zell. From there, that 50,000 discounted to $39.99. Done through me. I don't have to pay commission or get basically anything else, even a base or a salary. So here, buying an income. Let's say I overbilled you and you want some money coming in. For every $5,000, that literally costs you $50 a month. You can bring in 809, 10 a month. You pay the first broker's fee and you do 4 of these. This will give you an income of 809, 10 per month. Each one of those will double your income, almost double it in 12 months as it pays you back. You can deposit cash or a credit card in there. It's up to you. That would be a Zell if you wanted to do that tonight too. So money making machine, what does that do? If you don't have a corporation that's 2 years old and you want one, I told you earlier, Santos, my floor manager, sells these profit or non-profit for $5,000 a set. So we'll put it wherever state you want. You file the fee, change the name, whatever you need to do. It'll be up to you. From there, I don't think you have your time. I, th- I think your time has you. There's your problem. Let's do this. Boring and steady. Let's look in the city. Let's go by the city. Let's go by the Wendy's. Let's go by the Taco Bell. Let's go by the apartment complex. Ask yourself, why don't you own these things? All right, Ray Reynolds Financial Group LLP is going to do what? Partner of people, auto income. So I like goodies. You like goodies yet? See, the reality is I have everything I ever wanted in my life. Everything. But I want to go get it. Simple. The one thing I want to do is change the world. My new TV show coming out. And radio, I'm nationwide anyway. Let's have some more fun. So what do? We get to play. That means you don't run it, you own it. You're the bank. Auto income. From there, you look at these type of businesses, what I've always done for 40 plus years. And what are we going to do? I can show you how, do it with you through coaching, or do it for you and with you too. Again, what do we look at? Our location system that we're working on. The goal is between now and March, pick a location. What would you like? We can work through and get through the escrow fight to get the keys if you want to. You do, we do it together. Now, this is 2025, the year to run, to never look back and always stay to your commitment. You will reach your goals. From there, the coaching program, you got senior, junior, and me coaching. So the reality is if you did it through my webinar, that means you're stuck with me. If you do it afterwards, then you get one of the junior and senior coaches. How it works. From there, it's very simple. I get to look at your case file anyway, no matter who's your coach, every 5 days. If you played with me today, it's simple. What are we going to do? That phone call maybe you want 20, 15 minutes on the phone, $3.99. There you go. All right, the blueprint call is going to dissect everything for an hour, you and your partner of life. I need to blueprint your mind way for a while. And again, they sell that at the office if you call tomorrow, $1,999. If it was done tonight, it is $999, 50%. I don't have a base or a commission. Simple. It would be a zell. So this is what I always did. I would take like one of my Wells Fargo line of credit or my Chase or the other ones I have, and I'd write a check for about 40,000. That would basically be a laundromat, dry cleaner, car wash. The 100,000 is usually a storage unit. The 250 was usually an apartment complex. With the new loans nowadays, I don't have to do that as much. But again, that's boring and steady. So if we looked at like the mini coaching today, here's a blueprint call, which is normally $19.99. Here's another call after that. Here's 10,000 of credit. Here's a rapid refresh to push your score up and away. If this was done tonight, the office sells it for 4,000. It would be $1,999. Same price that would be for a blueprint call by itself. But that's only basically offered to you now. From there, if you want to 6 weeks, simple. We want to give you another 25,000 of credit. We want to blueprint you. We want to do expedited rapids. We want to do class level 1, 2, and 3 in specialty. Normally $11,497. It's basically for tonight, it's going to be $6,000. Then you're stuck with me all the way. From there, that's a zell. If all of a sudden you need to call that office, it's 800-254-9506. Ask if they can waive the 5% fee. Maybe they will, and a couple of things they can do for you. Now, I look at the IRS, and it's always very simple. They say 5 million below is a small company. So if we're going to be in 3, 6, or 12 months coaching, we need to change our goal to 5 million. That should be the ultimate goal. 5 million of credit or something, we got to go out and fight and get the keys. So that should be your goal set and wrap around your head, because they're going to say small business. Let's get past that. But again, I will hold your hand so you can get the keys, do it with you, for you, in every way we can. That's the ultimate goal. From there, if you're basically going to do this, what we have to look at is we got to look at our projections. We got to increase sales. We got to increase limits. We got to daisy chain credit. So many things we need to do in basically 3 to 6 months to a year. Because what are we going to do? Very simple. If we did this tonight, what's going to happen is, all right, we're going to look at the projections. We're going to basically increase the limits, daisy chain credit, 1 card and more cards. We're going to do a bi-weekly phone call. Very simple. What happens tonight is very simple. 3 months, we're going to cost you literally $9,000. We're going to give you 50,000 of credit. If it was done tonight, it'd be 100,000 of credit. I'm doubling the number for you. If it is 6 months, it's going to be 16,000. I'm going to give you 100,000 normally and giving you 200,000, double the number if it's done tonight. From there, if it's a 1 year for 32,000, instead of 200,000, you're 400,000 tonight. That is a Zelle. Call the office, we'll arrange. Maybe it's wire transfer, what needs to be done. Their phone number is 800-254-9506. So buying an income, maybe it's putting things in a bridge loan. Maybe we're going to put 5,000 there and get an income for every one of those loans that gets paid back to you. 8 or 9, 10, 50,000, or excuse me, 5,000 on American Express cards, $50 a month. So you just turn it into an income for up to 12 months, almost doubling the money. That could be deposit cash or credit card. Again, it's a Zelle. So if you help me help you and help other people, we could spread the word that to bring the pain home anymore, even the affiliate program. So like I said earlier today, banks and grocery stores and cities, bankrupt locations that don't bring the pain home like you can run your life through division process. You can turn around, you can stop bringing the pain home, be a CFO, all right, and understand how to reprogram your brain to maintain status. Look beyond that curtain every time. For me, it's always simple. I got to be true to myself. I am me. Sometimes I say things I should not say, but I always ask God, forgive me for what I said today, because the reality is I want to try to do my best while Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. At the end of the day, all I can do is be myself and help people like you get to million to billion. So I'd call the office right away. Is Zelle now. What I offer tonight cannot offer tomorrow, because that sales team in the call centers, they have a base and a commission. So let's do our best. Remember, God does the rest. Amen to that too. At the end of the day, never forget God loves us all.